Okay, so today in this video, I'm going to be breaking down and exposing the exact funnel that Shelby Sapps is using to generate 500k per month with her weekly webinar funnel. If you don't know who Shelby Sapps is, she's a female influencer that sells high-ticket sales course, and she's got a mentorship program, right? And that's exactly how she's able to generate that much. The way that she does this is through weekly webinars, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to do. If you've got a high ticket coaching program, this would be like the perfect funnel you can launch. And the reason why you might want to look into using a webinar funnel is, one, because you get to sell one-to-many. So you pretty much have like 1 to 2 hours to nurture complete strangers into interested buying prospects, in the same day, and potentially close them in the same day as well. And that is exactly why it's considered as a high leverage funnel compared to like a VSL or free training funnel, because you pretty much spend that good amount of time with the prospects, build rapport, build trust, and then actually get them to book a call. So yeah, let's get into it. So here we go. This is the front page. But before we get into the actual funnel, let's look at lead flow. How is she actually getting people onto that page? That's more important at this stage. She's got 3 main platforms that she pretty much gets her leads from. One being her main Instagram account. She's got 1.6 million followers on. She's got another Instagram account, which is her agency, that is pretty much that owns the mentorship program, and she's got her YouTube channel with 37k subscribers. On her main Instagram account, you'll find that she's got 3 pinned posts, and they're directly targeting who she wants to be selling to, so that she's targeting the right people, and the right people are coming through the funnel, so that she has the highest point of leverage in terms of selling to them. And that ICP looks like, so they're women, obviously, because she's a woman in sales. That's that's the niche. She's a woman in sales, and she's targeting people that want that aesthetic, financial independence, the pink car, Pilates, matcha, that sort of aesthetic. That's who she's targeting through her content. In terms of the content system that she's using for this, so top of funnel, which basically means the funnel that brings the most attention. Obviously, she's going for the Barbie aesthetic, targeting directly the ICP. This is all about grabbing attention. So a lot of this content could include lifestyle, just anything that the most generic ICP would be attracted to. If they like the lifestyle, then maybe they'll look into what it takes to get into that lifestyle, and that's why they'll be interested to maybe join the funnel, following her, etc. And this is the part that prospects begin to know you. And that's the first stage of awareness, is actually being aware of you, right? Second stage would be middle of funnel. So the content that you learn about them, you learn to like them. So for example, she's got a post talking about of how she actually came to this position. So us being relatable. Maybe she talks about in a situation in her life where her ICP can relate to where they are right now. And that's basically telling her story. That's considered middle funnel because that's where people learn to like you. They build a relationship with you and they see you as relatable. And lastly is bottom of funnel. So this could be posts like testimonials, so actual proof of people being successful from what she sells. And also content that changes beliefs, so actually like handling objections within the content, deleting any doubts that people might have, so that you basically start to convert them into a buyer. And you basically do that by building trust, and that's exactly what this part of the funnel does. On her second account, she pretty much does the same thing. It's a bit less personal brand orientated. She's got a bit less followers on that account, but that's just shows you the importance of having a personal brand. In this account, she has in her bio DM coach or DM sales. And basically what this means is that she has automated messaging. Obviously, she's not going to be replying herself to all the people that's DMing her. So they've got automated ManyChat within her profile that basically, if you DM that word, it's going to start nurturing you, and it's going to send you a link to pretty much sign up. So the application form. And from the application form, you should get a call from a dialer or setter, which is going to confirm your application, make sure that you're qualified and that you're actually interested, and you know, the prospect is actually qualified to be in your program. And then they obviously move you to book a call. Same as when I followed her, she sent me an automated message, and obviously it's like an automated reply. You know, you don't have to hide that. It's automated. At the end of the day, it's about helping your prospects. So they pretty much nurture you in the DMs, and that's how they get you to either book a call or sign up to the weekly webinar. And of course, guys, a big part of this as well is running ads, but we'll get into that a bit later. Now, through her YouTube, her direct links goes to her Instagram, so again, more nurturing on there, and a free masterclass. That's the only 2 links on her YouTube channel. And YouTube is, you know, the highest leverage platform that you can utilize, just because, you know, someone spends way more time on you on YouTube than any other platform. You know, like 10k views on YouTube is valued way more than if you got maybe 20k on TikTok, let's say, right? But just because of the attention span. In terms of the actual funnel, so once they get you on that page, here you go. This is pretty much the funnel. So it's a free masterclass, and this is why it works so well, because there's no friction. It's free. It's free value, so that's what you're offering. How to step into high ticket sales with Shelby Sapps. So someone they already know, like, and trust, and they want to get into the exact business model that she's been talking about on the platforms. Now, she does this weekly, so here you can see July 7th, 8 p.m. Save my spot. When you click that, obviously her ICP on this landing page is nurtured, like, you know, you're sick and tired of your 9-to-5 job, very dialed in, they know exactly who they're talking to. Then you go ahead and register your spot, so you put in your details. And once you're in, you're basically prompted to save this in your calendar. This is pretty much just to increase show up rate. One thing that she doesn't do though is create a group chat. Like, usually what you can do to increase your show up rate even more is create and ask them to join a free community group chat where updates will be sent and you actually have the chance to nurture them more. I think it's a bit more powerful than emails, just because WhatsApp is more like a personal sort of platform than, let's say, emails. And then again, we get email sequences that do, you know, multiple things, which is basically handling objections, breaking beliefs, earning trust, showing testimonials, and pretty much all of this just increases show up rate. And again, the most common CTA is just to save this in your calendar. So again, people are prompted constantly to make sure that they show up. And again, like this email that I got, handling the objection that, oh, I'm too busy, right? But she says, you know, well, that's exactly why you need to be there, so that you can be less busy and earning more and doing less. And of course, on the webinar, after doing a 1 to 2 hour long presentation, they get prompted to book a call. And that's the whole point of this. And that's where the sales team will take over and then close the sale. Yeah, as I said, no WhatsApp group chat. Great opportunity to nurture the prospect more. After the webinar, if you get no-shows, so the people that don't actually show up, you send them email sequences and you basically offer them a replay, so you still get a chance of closing them and booking a call. So if I were to change anything about this funnel, I would, again, after registering, send them to a thank you page where they can go into a WhatsApp group chat where you can nurture them more and increase show rate, and of course call booking rate, because you've nurtured them even more. And of course, another part of this whole funnel is running paid ads. And a great way that I'm not going to talk about in this video to liquidate ad spend is actually doing a low ticket ascension funnel, which is essentially offering a low ticket product, and everyone from that low ticket product, the dialer or setter, is actually going to reach out to them and offer a call or to join the masterclass, because they're already interested and buying prospects, so are more likely to buy once they've already bought, right? And actually the low ticket can liquidate the ad spend that you do to run ads for this weekly webinar funnel. But if you are interested in running a webinar for your own offer, you're free to book a call with me. We can go through like what you offer and see if this kind of funnel would work for you. Obviously this is all done for you. We build out everything, and it's one of the best ways to sell your high ticket coaching program if you have one. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video.